Hi, everyone. My name is Andrew Leach, and I'm the Manager of Sales and Sponsorship with Trent Athletics. I'm joined today by my colleague, Matt Mello, the Athlete Development Coordinator. We're also very excited today to introduce our special guests. We have Miss Tori Wasson and Leah Mitchell from the Excalibur Women's Lacrosse team, the 2019 OUA Lacrosse Gold Medalists. So welcome, Leah. Welcome, Tori.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, this past season has been great for the team, coming off the season with a gold medal. But Tori, could you tell us a little bit about the journey to becoming champions?
Yeah, so we're in our ninth season here at Trent, and in 2018 we were able to win the bronze medal, which was a great accomplishment. But basically, our start to our season started the day after that win. We really set our sights high in 2018, and we were ready to finally win the gold again in 2019. So it started right off the bat where our girls were working with Nick Koo and right in the gym the next day. And it's a progression through those months. And then the girls also were able to play together in the summer where they won a provincial championship. And then August comes around and these girls were in the best shape of their life. They were so ready, so focused. And another aspect to last year was the fact that we had a couple coaching changes and we had a dream team of coaches. So I was able to get Eric Evans, who is one of the best lacrosse players in the world, to join our program, as well as we continued to have Sarah Gardner, and we had Lexi Hill, who was a returning athlete with great defensive knowledge, and then Kevin Seagriff, who is an expert in goaltending and was able to really help our goaltender Emily have one of the best seasons we've ever seen her play. So with that starting up in August with our coaching and the girls so ready and determined, the start of the season was fantastic. The special part about this team was their fitness, but also their ability to prepare for every weekend was outstanding. They were able to adapt really quickly to whatever team they wanted to play. And playing Queens, we played them the first weekend, and then we knew we were going to play them the last game of the season. So our goal was really to see some growth between the season, and then in the middle of the season, we had our one loss, and it was definitely a wake-up call. It had us make sure that this is what we really wanted. In order to be the gold medal team, we needed to adapt quicker. We just got so much more motivated for our final goal. It woke us up, and there was no stopping us towards our goal. They were like a machine, and anytime I said something, they reacted really quickly on the field, and they were just such a quality team to coach. I felt so lucky. And then a lot of the other parts came together that made it such a joy of a season. And honestly, the last game of the season was one of the best OUA lacrosse games I've ever seen by both teams. Queens is a fantastic competitor. We love playing against them. And it was just such a beautiful game. When the game ended, I was like, no, it can't be over, right? It was so beautiful to watch these girls reach their goal. And it was, and we have all of that momentum going forward for next year. So, there's definitely still a drive. We reached our goal, but then our next day we're like, well, back to back then, right? Like we just keep setting our goals really high here at Trent, and that's what we want to tell everybody.
That's cool. It's we know we've got some exceptionally talented student athletes on the team, including yourself, Leah, as a second team OUA All-Star, along with Mackenzie Robinson. We also had three OUA first team All-Stars last year with Sydney Venton, Emily Van Dam, and Avery DiGiorgio. But aside from kind of the playing ability of some of our student athletes, this question's for you, Leah. What's it like being on the team? Like, what are some of the dynamics that help hold everyone together?
I think in general, we're just a really close team. Like Tori said, we always set a goal like the day after the season ends to get in the gym, and that's what we did in 2018. We just like hanging out with each other, so that made it easier going to the gym because, you can hang out with your friends between classes, but still working out and everyone just having the same goal really brought us closer together. And then playing again in the summer for the Kawartha Lacrosse Club again. A lot of team bonding goes with that. And then came August, a lot of us stayed in Peterborough over the summer, so we're hanging out again all summer, and it was just a lot of fun. And yeah, I really love the whole team.
Yeah, it's something as well for you, Leah. So you've just finished out your 4th year in sociology at Trent, and moving forward, what can you tell us about being a varsity athlete at Trent, and how do you think kind of being in the varsity program helps to kind of promote your academic abilities?
I think a lot it comes to time management, just knowing, like, your practice schedule in August, when you're picking your courses, even to plan around it. And for me, I always take 4 classes during the season just so I know that I'm not going to fall behind in any of my classes. But again, teammates, we always push each other. If someone's in the library, we always send a text in the group text saying, we're in the library, like, come hang out, come do homework before practice. And again, just our bond's really good, and we're good at pushing each other, competing off the field, and then helping each other out off the field as well.
That's great. It's I'm sure you see that kind of work ethic come through quite often, Tori.
Yeah, I mean, part of being a Trent athlete is it's a small community of athletes, and it's really special to be a part of. I've been a part of this for 9 years now, and anytime, even in other cities, you say you're part of the Trent, like, oh, I know so-and-so, or, and everyone's so proud to be part of the Trent athletic community, and part of lacrosse too. As much as all the other sports are awesome, we really pride ourselves in being like, the leaders in terms of where we want this athletic program to go. So we know everybody in the community. When we walk into the gym, everyone's saying hi to each other. It's such a friendly place. And I think that's what makes the experience of an athlete so important. It's not about just being a number. It's about being part of the community, and you really feel good about that. And Matt, you're part of that, and Andrew, you're part of that. So thank you.
Thanks for including us there. That's awesome.
It's easy to kind of work with a team as dedicated as the women's lacrosse team. It's and now that we've kind of got ourselves established as OUA Gold medalists, what's next, Tori? How do we keep the team kind of striving, and how do we stay hungry?
Yeah, I mean, the next steps for us is definitely working towards a gold again in 2021. Now we have a whole year to get there, and it's going to be fantastic to see them so fired up in the fall of 2021 with all of the team bonding, all the things that we can do in development to make sure these girls are prepared. And we have one of the best shooters, one of the best goal coaches, all of those things to put us in place to be in the best spot for 2021. And I think it's going to be, we're going to reach new heights. It's going to be really exciting. And if you're a part of this, it's going to be excellent. We're going to come up with new things. Last year, we went through a lot of changes. We went from 11 to 9v9, and to get a year to again work with that, work those defensive systems is going to be fantastic. And Leah, you can probably know a little bit of the insiders with students of how they're thinking with that.
Do you think that transition to the 9 on the field has helped Trent in terms of having, I know you mentioned earlier, such a physically fit team? Do you think that played a big role?
Yeah, we played right into the wheelhouse of 9v9 really well. These girls adjusted so well. And I think a lot of that comes from, in Peterborough, most girls play box lacrosse. And in box lacrosse, that's 5v5. So when we moved to 6v6 and 9v9, those smaller numbers, our girls knew exactly how to work with that and exactly where to be. So that prior knowledge really fell into some of our strengths, which was really nice. It's kind of unique for Peterborough to have girls that play box lacrosse and field lacrosse, but we definitely use that to our advantage.
With from your perspective, Leah, as a varsity student athlete, what would you say to someone considering Trent, especially someone who was considering Trent and was looking to play lacrosse?
Yeah. I think it would just be, you know, you got to come in with like a good mentality. You got to be open, and you got to come see the campus because it's beautiful, obviously. But yeah, like our program's grown so much over the years, so it's not like the OUA's changed a lot since my first year even. So, you know, you got to be ready for the demands of Trent Lacrosse, and just like the mentality of always working hard, being there for your teammates. Like the culture that we have built in my 4 years is amazing, and just yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely, Leah. It's the OUA. Even we've been coaching 9 years. I played 2 years, so just how much these teams have grown and the quality of athletes is unbelievable. You're in a really good spot to make a name for yourself if you come and play in the OUA.
That's great. It's been great to kind of get some insights from both of you on what it's like as a player and a coach. And obviously, we know there's going to be some changes for this upcoming season with the cancellation of the fall season. What, as a coach, Tori, how do you kind of see this fall going now?
Yeah, I mean, when we found out, we were obviously kind of somewhat prepared, but you know, the first thing right away is, okay, next step, 2021. And you can be sad, and you can look at what you can't do, but you can also look at all the things you can do. And that's always the mentality here, is to stay positive and to look to each other. Right after we found out, it was a Zoom call with the team, just so that we can kind of talk and support each other, because at the end of the day, we're all a family. We're all going through this, and the only way we're going to get through this is together. So just making sure that you know, we can be sad, but in our next goal, and we just have to change our goal and change our outlook, and we'll be right there where we need to be. And there might be some faces that are different, but know that if you're part of our program in the fall, you are going to be part of that gold medal in 2021. So just because you're going to be there to develop. And I was just so happy I'm happy to have the coaching staff that we do, and I'm happy to have the players that just said, okay, you know, like they were so positive, and they're like, yep, that's what we're going to do. And it's that's the type of team you want to work with.
That's great. And I think it's that positive mentality. We can really see it on the field when the team plays. And I think it's with a mentality like that, and the work ethic kind of described by Leah, it's no wonder that we were able to push the goal this year. And hopefully we can see that follow through in the next time we hit the field. But it's been great to get a little bit of insight from both of you. And I'm sure everyone is very keen to hear what goes on kind of behind the scenes of the gold medalists and current OUA champions. So congratulations again on a great season, and look forward to seeing what 2021 can bring for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.